YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to Rome 2. Bit of a Saturday treat for you here, hopefully. Where I'm going to be showing you a Pergamon, yes, Pergamon, versus, oh yeah, it's Suebi. And it does look like it is a spaghetti Saturday as well, but that is Rome 2. So let's check it out. Check out the Suebi army here. Wodenaz spears. Okay, so let's check out all these. So Riders of the Hunt, that's interesting. 2 Riders of the Hunt. I'm seeing a couple of noble riders. This is going to be like a heavy cavalry Suebi build. Wodenaz spear general. I see 3 other Wodenaz spears. Several Germanic youths. Backline of Bloodsworn, which do some AP damage and have a really nice charge. See if we can see the general type here, which is fast charge. So Pergamon, let's check out their build. They got some Galatian spears up front, a line of Galatian swords, a huge heavy cavalry line here. So Hippeus Lancers, Pergamene Noble Cav General, 3 more Hippeus Lancers. So very heavy shock cavalry build. There's quite a few archers here as well, 4 archers at least. And there's some Galatian spears towards the back as well. These Germanic scout riders are going to be used to harass the heavy shock cavalry and infantry. And they will be quite good at it. Germanic scout riders are extremely good in terms of being very, very light and fast and doing really good missile damage. And then actually being very competent at mopping up light missile units as well. The only thing they would have trouble mopping up would be like a heavy peltist unit. Yeah, quite effective here. And they're actually, I like them against horse archers too. There's certain heavier horse archers that have a hard time contending with them. These Bloodsworn are going to take a nasty, vicious charge here, but then there's a Wodenaz spear right behind with cavalry counter tactics. And then it's going to get a Riders of the Hunt in there too. So this Hippeus Lancer is going to take extreme losses for just damaging a Bloodsworn. Going to allow the Galatian swords to try and blob in, but it looks like the Suebi units, other than the Wodenaz spear, are going to pull back. Wodenaz spear is going to hit a shield screen, boost their defense, and stay in combat longer. They should be able to hold out for a considerable time. A light spear only, but ooh, actually they are taking ferocious damage here from the Galatian swords. And then there's going to be a secondary charge here from a Hippeus Lancer trying to help break them. Javelins flying in at this Hippeus Lancer, but it does get a bit of a charge here on the Wodenaz spear before it gets into shield screen. And although this Hippeus Lancer took a ton of damage, it did pick up a fair number of kills. Javelins still flying in over here into the heavy shock cavalry, so we'll see how this engagement looks to go. The Club Levy didn't get a charge here. And then over here, the general for the Suebi gets bashed by a Hippeus Lancer charge, which was actually very brutal. The cavalry counter tactics will quickly turn that around. It's actually battle rhythm right now, so that was not a fast charge ability I saw earlier. That was just expert charge defense, so battle rhythm. Over here, the Bloodsworn are starting to chew their way through the Galatian swords. And there's going to be a secondary line of Pergamene cavalry and infantry to engage. On this side, Bloodsworn getting hit by Hippeus Lancers. Hippeus Lancers getting absurd kills. The general managed to defend himself over here and pick up some kills, but he also took about half damage to his unit. The Germanic youths are a nice combination here because they can hurl javelins into cavalry and kill them quickly, and that's exactly what they're doing over here. So you can see the Riders of the Hunt. They will actually do pretty good in prolonged combat, but they would do very poorly on the charge. They are a light melee cavalry. Looks like the Germanic youth's about to take a charge from the Hippeus Lancers. The cheap Pergamene infantry is being supported by shock cavalry where possible, and these Pergamene noble cavalry have picked up 72 kills. And I don't know if it's all against a Wodenaz spear, but there's definitely some happening there. Spear brothers getting caught by Galatian swords. That'll be a good fight for Galatian swords. Noble riders getting into some of these cheaper Pergamene infantry. The Galatian spears are nice support, but if the noble riders cycle it right, they can get a ton of kills versus these fairly light infantry. Let's check out the Suebi general, because this is important. These barbarian factions don't want to lose their general, and it looks like he's taking charges from heavy shock cavalry. And he is suffering because it's just a light spear unit, and when they're in a loose formation like that, they do suffer heavily to the charge. This Germanic scout rider here was cleaning up some Pergamene archers. There's still a couple alive, but there are also some Germanic cavalry units roaming around in the back. So Germanic youth still hurling their javelins into the fight, definitely causing some damage to the Galatian swords here. All the cavalry for the Pergamines is wrapped up on this flank, but the Pergamene general very healthy here. He's going to be able to ward off some of this cavalry out here. Here he's going to catch the light Germanic scout cavalry and smash it. And I don't know if there's going to be a follow-up charge into this melee cavalry, but it would work out great. Cavalry counter tactics out here, so going to rack up a few kills. Cavalry is retreating. Let's see what's happening over here. Hippeus Lancers cleaning up a bunch of kills amongst these squishy units back here. Into the Noble Riders now, being supported by a Galatian Spear on cavalry counter tactics. So it looks like the Pergamene's trying to wrap up the Germanic cavalry, which is a good choice. They've got a few archers left. Could be a big play, and it looks like the Suebi player is going to pile in against the Pergamene Noble Cavalry, but there are some Galatian Spears nearby to support. Noble Riders are a tough unit. There's Bloodsworn coming in, though, too, but then there's Archer Fire also pouring in. It looks like the Pergamene Noble Cavalry trying to extricate themselves through the Galatian Spears. Pretty healthy Hippeus Lancer out here, causing extraordinary damage. Just past 150 kills by charging those Germanic youths. And then it looks like the Galatian swords over here are going to start having some success wrapping up the Suebi units. Pretty sweet fight action going on here. Between Suebi and Pergamon, there's going to be a lot of medium and light infantry. Look at this here. The Wodenaz Spear General is wavering. And there is, yeah, he's going to rout. And that's going to be it. Suebi are going to fall apart. So Pergamon used to take down a fairly potent army from the Suebi. So not something you're going to see every day for sure. If we take a look at the results there, we had Sol Invictus playing as Pergamon and Freak IO7 playing as Suebi. Nice name, I like it. Let's check out the performance from some of these units and see who racked it up. I mean, the Hippeus Lancers, I mean, it's expected. Suebi plays a lot of light infantry. It's actually one of their specialties. Light and medium infantry, the Suebi have some of the best in the game. And they're specialist type units like these Bloodsworn, right? Heavy charge, a little bit of AP damage. And then Wodenaz Spear is a light spear with huge anti-cavalry capability, but also pretty good armor and defense so that they can stay in a fight longer than other light infantry. So the Suebi are kind of like a specialty faction, whereas Pergamon is just kind of a crap faction. But some of the tools here that the Pergamenes had to offer actually came in handy. The heavy shock cavalry deals extraordinary damage to all these light units. And it was able to make its presence felt, some of these units getting quite a few kills. But even these Galatian swords, which in and of themselves are not spectacular units amongst their peers, in this case up against the Suebi, they had an opportunity for some of them to shine. The archers here dealing out some important kills before it was all said and done, and then this Galatian spear here picking up some important kills as well. So nice work by both players. It was a fun match. Hope you all enjoyed a little throwback to Rome 2. I know there are quite a few out there who do, so that's why I try and bring you some every now and then. Appreciate Sol Invictus sending this in, and for those players who continue to send me Rome 2 battles, it's always appreciated so that I have some variety to fall back on for those who like to see this type of thing every now and then. Hope you all are having a good Saturday. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I'll see you again soon on the battlefields of Total War Rome 2.